what to do when you're depressed. You can't be depressed and flick your hat up and down. It's physically impossible. So what do you do when you're depressed? You wear a hat. And with that hat, you can squish your nose. And then you can let go. And then in a second, I feel good. I feel good. Da 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 da. I knew that I wouldn't know. Yeah, so welcome to the life of Kale Malcolm Anderson, your best friend in the universe. And what's got me going recently is I opened up a merch store. It's like, yeah, I spent a lot of time on sourcing some good quality garments and then designed my own logos and designed my own website for it and designed all the stuff on the clothing, like pictures and images and stuff. And yeah, I was really excited. And this is what I'm about to say is just my life with my art. But it hasn't taken off. And like, I'll upload this stuff. And not only do I not make a sale on any of this stuff, but I share it on Instagram and it gets 0 likes. Not even like a congratulations for the launch, Kale, from an old friend or something, or like a current friend. Like, yeah. But when you're someone like me, you have to have a delusional sense of self-worth, a delusional belief that things will work out, and you have to be absolutely insane to be me and imagine that this can possibly work out. Like, the amount of self-belief I have, it's crazy. I grew up with like a poverty mindset because of my upbringing. Like, I was kind of taught that like we can't have nice things and stuff. But I've been making nice things, like good quality things, for the majority of my life. Even when I was a kid, I was making some really nice stuff, like necklaces and stuff, and drawings. And that's the tough thing about it, is with the poverty mindset, like, it should be evidence to me that I'm not selling anything. Therefore, I should have a poverty mindset. Like, I should have a lack mindset because I'm not selling anything. But the fact that no one's cheering me on, except my dad and a couple of other family members are cheering me on, it just goes to show that I'm doing something right, because there is value in this, and I can see it. I can see the value in what I'm doing. But this isn't a depressing upload. This is just me playing with my hat. What's that noise? Like a rabbit getting hunted by a fox or something. This isn't a depressing upload. This is just talking about myself. This shirt I'm wearing is a Sophie and Tucker. They're like a duo. that they did like this DJ set that went for ages on live streams, pardon me, and they called their fans the Freak Fam. That's what this shirt says. And I've had it for years. I've had it since 2020. I think I even wore it on stream once back in the day. Even when I was live streaming, I was streaming to 0 viewers for the first 3 streams. And then to 2 viewers for ages. And the reason I gave up streaming wasn't because of low viewership. It was something unrelated. I think I just got sick of having to always fix things. What else? There's this entity called Nanobot, run by AntPro, and they've got a wild plan. Him and I can't remember the dude's name who's been working on it for 3 years, but he's got a plan to get an album to the top of the Billboard charts, which is so cool, and I contributed to that. So I hope it gets to the top of the Billboard charts. Went out for dinner. Well, I went out for dinner like every night. But I went out for dinner like last week. On Wednesday, I went out for dinner with my dad and my brother, and we went up to the bar and ordered a beer. I think I only had 2 beers, and it was the first time I've drank in like 6 months, because I'm not a big drinker. Like, I don't really enjoy it that much unless it's like a special occasion. But yeah, my brother sat down, I sat down. Dad went to the bathroom, come and sat down. And before Dad come out of the bathroom, Dylan, my brother, was talking about near-death experiences. He's like, "Have you heard much about this?" And I said, "Yeah." He's like, "Well, what sort of things did you hear?" And it's funny because my brother's a Christian. Like, he's an Orthodox Christian. And he said, "Yeah, what sort of things did you hear?" And I said, like beautiful angels appearing to the person who's died and stuff like that. And then my brother said, "Oh, yeah," and he attributed it to like religious stuff, but I thought it was so interesting that he's really thinking out of the box like that. It's very interesting stuff. Yeah, to be completely honest with you, I'm at a point in my life where I feel very unfulfilled. Like, I'm creating so much, but I'm feeling unfulfilled because I'm not doing it. How do I explain that? Like, I'm expecting different results. I just farted. I'm expecting different results, like, I never used to get sucked up into this game of, like, I need to impress others or I need to get an audience, because I was just doing it for the love of it. But now I've kind of developed the whole foundation from the ground up. It's solid. Like, some people spend, like, a few hours on their setup and then launch into fame straight away. Like, I got nothing against like Justin Bieber or anything, but he got launched into fame and he had pretty much like a really hard time in the industry because, you know, things were messing him up, and drugs and alcohol and stuff. With me, I've taken my time to lay the foundation over 10 years now, and everything's there. Like, maybe that's what it is. Maybe I don't feel ready. Maybe I don't feel ready to climb the ladder because the ladder's right there and it's like inviting, but it's kind of scary at the same time. And I suppose I have a fear of success. Maybe it would be just letting go of that fear would make me step a bit differently. But yeah, being like in the background silently creating stuff for a long time with pretty much no help and pretty much, like very little help anyway. But mark my words, I'm not dying before I create some kind of ripple effect in reality. I can almost promise you this, that I'm not gonna die without leaving my mark on the world. And I've always known this too. I'm not talking about fame, I'm talking about making a lasting impact on those around me and those who decide to jump in and swim in the pool that is kind of my music and my art forms. Whatever that may be in the future, I can't tell. But it's going to be big, and I do plan on living a long, long life. I'd say I'm only a third of the way through my life. That's helped by quitting smoking years ago. So yeah, when you're depressed, just do this to your hat. I'm not depressed anymore. Thank you for listening to me vent. See ya.